What's up, everybody? This hairstyle is called I'm a mother and I don't give a shit. I'm trying to clean, and it's like, I hate sweating. It's hot out. Humidity is not my friend, nor is makeup. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Jenny. Fuck makeup. I swear I shouldn't even been born a girl. How are you guys? Yeah, I don't know like where exactly I should live because it's not really like Minnesota is one of the coldest states, you know? Like we have winter and then we have summer for like 2 months and I'm dying, so I don't know. I could never live in the South. I would die. Be one of those old ladies like sitting next to the air conditioner like, I can't do this. These cards are hard to shuffle. Yeah, and it's like when your face sweats and you're like, oh, I hate sweating. Thank you. I mean, I think back when I first started my channel, I wouldn't even do any of the videos unless I had makeup on. Now I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Fuck makeup. It is what it is. So anyways, I wanted to do a 3-card spread for all the signs. What brings you together, what pulls you apart, and then what needs your attention. In whatever situation you're in, whether it's a situationship, relationship, marriage, whatever, you're going to know what your situation is, whatever love, you know what I mean, or not love, whoever you're dealing with. I mean, I think it's for everybody because sometimes you are just with one person, but you don't exactly have a label. So I don't do just singles or, you know, like everybody else. It's for everybody. I swear I hit my phone. Let's cooperate. It's like, what's the point of putting on if it's just going to sweat out? You're like, ugh. I should not be sweating on my face. Whatever. So, looks like somebody left a soulmate. They're not talking to them anymore. Or maybe you finally listened to your guides and walked away from someone, maybe into a new love situation or a baby, sometimes something new, but in higher energy. So after leaving a situation where you were depressed, you have a higher power now. You're sitting at the Emperor. So, okay. Because it's like whatever situation somebody was in, it didn't make them very happy anyways. And they're just like, well, I think someone finally forgives someone too. And finally talk to this person about it, or they're not, someone's still not talking, but I don't know. Hi, Maria. Yeah, Scorpios are hard to let go of because I'm a Scorpio. And it doesn't, oh, and they were some bad situations, but they all try to come back. And I'm a good Scorpio too, because we get a really bad reputation. There's evil, like, because we're kind of on that border where we could be evil as fuck or we could be good. And if you haven't ascended, yeah, we could do some evil shit. But some of us are good. So I'm guessing this, I don't know who this is for. They just kind of flew out. But there's somebody who, in a past situation, was only about themselves. And I think that they tried to go back to a situation, probably a repeat of this, to try to make things right because they knew that they fucked up, but they just ended up breaking up with this person. And now they're just focusing on themselves, figuring out what makes them happy. But I think that they're just working either on themselves which would kind of make sense because the Eight of Earth with the King of Fire, figuring out, you know, what makes them happy. And whether it's putting work into themselves or just putting work into work, period. Somebody knows what they want, but they might have talked about it, but they feel like they're stuck in a situation with like a child's mother or something that won't leave them alone. There's a situation where someone just keeps coming back and pretending like things are going to be okay. And then it's like in and out. But someone kind of finally had a realization about this situation where they are finally telling this person no and like turning down the temptation that comes with them. But now they're like, I don't really know where to go now. Because I feel like this is a situation that they always went back to because this other person was like back there, you know? So there's a lot of fighting around somebody who kind of Queen of Fire. So there's a lot of drama involving this person, but at the same time, there isn't any growth here either. This isn't something that's going to go anywhere. It's always the same situation. I think someone's finding their strength. Someone needs to have some patience with the situation, but at the same time, someone did walk away. Someone needs to walk away, especially somebody's emotions are all out of control and they're probably on some bullshit. It could be someone's child though. But it talks about a breakup because it's codependent. You can make a codependent, anything with codependency work. And not only that, but what you finally had some clarity that this person's a fucking narcissist. They're not going to change. They can't. This is just who they are. And some of you guys did have to walk away from a marriage. I think that someone like wants to apologize about something, but staying in that energy is just keeping them stuck in the same cycle. And this person is not changing and she has other people. There is no love here. And it's like, she's not moving on from you, but you're not happy in this situation. It's like you put the time in, you don't really want to fight for it, but you know you need to move on because you had clarity about it. And I don't know who that was for because I was trying to do all the signs. Anyway, hi, Tiffany. Hi, Danielle. So we'll start with the air signs. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What brings Aquarius and another person together? What pulls Aquarius and their person apart? And what needs their attention? So I feel like someone wants to apologize, Aquarius, and maybe you guys need to apologize to each other. Someone kind of wants to put more time into this, but there does need to be a level of forgiving, and you guys both need to apologize to each other. It's not just one-sided. Because there's a lot of mixed feelings that surrounds this because it's like, well, we can place the blame on each other and we can go back and forth. But at the end of the day, it's two people in this and there has to be some level of forgiveness or you're going to keep repeating the same shit. Someone is sorry for what they did. Someone knows that this breakup happened because of some other shit, but you guys are both in the energy of when in reality, you both need to just shut up and apologize and let shit go maybe. Because that maybe it's like you felt like, you know, someone took advantage of you in the past. This could have been old. I feel like this energy is old. So this is old shit being brought into this situation, you know, but at the same time, it's like somebody does feel bad about it. So let them apologize. Accept the apology. Or you're going to be stuck in this cycle because there's never any closure in this. If you just want to argue all day, what does that solve? Hi, Naomi. Six of Airs at the bottom, Aquarius. Obviously, you do need to let some shit go and move out of the energy of the Five of Swords. It's not saying move on from a person. It's saying move on from the energy where you just fight with them all the time. It never solves anything. Moving on from that. Because, I mean, to be honest, it looks like it has something, it's like kind of has something to do with money. There's something... You've had some clarity about something in your life, but at the same time, I just like, have you the decision? It's like you're overwhelmed, and there could be because of some legal shit that's going on, but it's like it's starting with a situation that you need to let go of. So for what brings you together is the World card. I think that you guys probably have been in the cycle for a long time. For some reason, you guys always end up back together. This is what's always relevant in the back of your mind, whether you're with them or not, whether you guys are apart or together. And it's like you want to know, like, is this person going to be here for me, or what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? You know, but at the same time, I think that this is like a situation that you guys are always in the same, like you think the same way. What pulls you apart is all the old energy of whatever happened. And honestly, was it from this person or was it from people before them? Because it's loss, regret, grief. Someone left. Someone has abandonment issues. This is what's bringing you guys apart, that adversity. You're not getting past that. You're not growing past that. So what brings you together is, do you need to let the cycle end? Because this is what's pulling you apart. You're not forgiving somebody, they're not forgiving you. It's always like you go back, your mind reverts back to, well, they left me. Well, they hurt me. What needs your attention is something with your house. This is like a new job. This is like recovery. This is improvement. Something with the way your money's coming in your life. Something with your house. There is improvement in some kind of home situation or money situation for you guys, but it has a lot to do with letting some other things go. How is anything new supposed to come into your life if you're still holding on to old shit? And you know how many fives you guys have? This is all adversity. And what comes after adversity is growth. You're not growing. You got to be able to grow. You got to be willing to grow so you can let things. But at the same time, that means moving past that shit. Sixes are growth. So you got to move past. And it really... You know, there's a fine line between balance between love and money. And I never really understood before that it all comes together, you know. I'm kind of like one or the other. I'm like, I'm going to go to work today, or, oh, wait, I kind of love them though. You know, I was never very good at putting that together either. But I didn't really realize that it all kind of stacks on each other. So, Libra, what brings you together? What pulls you apart, and what needs your attention? Someone's either leaving a situation or stuck in a cycle where someone always comes and leaves after like 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. Maybe someone needs to leave this cycle because there isn't any growth here, even though you want it to be. There could have been a baby. Some kind of baby situation. Someone's just not happy, and they're not happy with themselves. That's why this cycle never ends. It could be you, it could be them, but I feel like neither one of you guys are really happy in this. So that's why this person leaves. You guys really aren't, both of you are not stable when you come together. So how would this work? I think that, it's time to take the blindfold off about some shit that's been going on in your life. What's keeping you stuck in the same cycle? You know about it, and I think that you thought about it long enough. But the fact that the 8's in reverse now means that it's time to release that. You're not stuck anymore. You realize you can get yourself out of your head. Instead of all this petty-ass drama that comes with this person in this situation. It doesn't really look like it phases you anymore, though, so that's probably good. It's like, here we go again, you know? Dramatic ass mother. So, now the World card is upright. So I think that they're trying to tell you to close this cycle or start a new one. But one of them has to go either way. What brings you together? You have love in reverse, which is the Lovers in reverse. This was a sex-only relationship. This was something where there was a breakup, which probably brought you guys together, this person or whatever. This wasn't something that was concrete. It was more about passion. Someone could have lied about love. Someone could have maybe made it seem like it was love, but maybe you guys were both on the same level. Like you didn't really love each other. There was just some shit that went down and then you had feelings. I don't know. I mean, I think that you guys both want love, but whatever level this was isn't, you know, and it could have been the situation that was before you. This person probably wasn't able to love you because of the shit that they were dealing with. What pulls you apart is the Queen of Fire. This is somebody who, fire sign, getting in the way. Somebody that this person probably always wanted and kind of would go back to. So you could have been part of a third party situation, because what needs your attention is the Three of Fire. This person's never going to go anywhere. Not right now anyway. I'm not going to say that I know the future, but this isn't going to change. This person is the one that they want. And when they would come to you, it was to satisfy whatever other thing that they wanted from you. And I think if you let this cycle go, then there can be some improvements, you know, in your life. But that's like, this doesn't make you happy anyway. None of this does. I think you want the truth. You want them to just come clean. But, you know, people don't really do that. They don't want to admit, yeah, you know, the fact is you already know. High Priestess. Gemini. What brings you together, pulls you apart, and needs your attention? I don't know if any of my lovely people in here want to time stamp. I saw like 5 comments. In reality, I don't really give a shit. But if somebody wants to time stamp for somebody else, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Gemini. What brings you together, pulls you apart, what needs your attention, Gemini? Finding, well, you guys love each other, but this person doesn't want to fight with you anymore. Maybe coming into your full power. There is growth and expansion in this situation. There could be a baby, but I think this could be about owning your own business. This could be about going a new direction, because you kind of like, you came to that point where, look, you know, you're this bitch now. This is something new. This is something good. But I think that you're just really afraid to kind of jump into this because of past shit. And that's what you don't, it's just a lot of things that you don't know about the situation. So you're afraid because you feel like someone's going to leave. So what brings you together is the Queen of Water. You have someone who cares a lot about you, or vice versa. You guys probably care about each other mutually. But this person is nurturing and supportive and healing for you. And they have helped you a lot. But they're there when you need them. And that's what matters. There's love here. You know, what pulls you apart is a 6 of Fire. Someone gets too much attention for you, Gemini. You don't like it. Maybe they're kind of a flirt. Maybe they have social media where a lot of bitches talk to them. I don't think it's that serious, but I know what you mean. The jealousy. I hate Facebook. I can't even, like, as many arguments as there's been over goddamn Facebook and Messenger. God help us. What needs your attention is the 5 of Water in reverse. Someone is moving on. It could be from these feelings, but at the same time, I think that you need to forgive this person. You need to forgive each other. Maybe this person needs your forgiveness, because that's going to help them to kind of get past all those old feelings that were there before, so that you guys can come back in a new light. So then there can be growth in this situation, instead of focusing on the fact of, well, before maybe I was naive and maybe I was taken advantage of, so I don't really want to do that again. So you're protecting yourself like a classic ass air sign does. But at the same time, they do genuinely want to apologize, or there just needs to be overall forgiveness in a situation, period. There's always going to be somebody in a relationship who gets attention, like in one way or the other, whether or not it's serious. You know what I mean? Because I have a bunch of dudes from like Zimbabwe in my messenger right now, and I don't really feel like it's that serious, but it is attention, you know, maybe in the wrong places. Like, where did they come from? I didn't even know they had Facebook in those countries. Whatever. God bless America, because this person makes you really happy, Gemini. Look at the little Buddha dude. He's happy as shit. This person makes you really happy. Or vice versa. Like, this is your family. This is your total love and support. Dead ass. So, air signs, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So, Taurus, what brings you together? What pulls you apart? And what needs your attention? What brings you together is you guys are friends. Or maybe this is just a friendly ass situation with the Three of Cups. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, in any event, the Five of Water, there's a lot of bad feelings in this situation because there's always more than one person, and I'm not trying to be a bitch. Thank you, Marilyn. But this just could mean that you guys are friends, but there just needs to be forgiveness on both sides of the fence if you guys are going to be friends. Maybe you want to be friends with somebody and get over some shit, but have you apologized? Because some of you guys had to walk away from a marriage. There might be family issues or just overall instability. Instability. I did go to school, I think. Because you guys constantly take on this energy like you have this mask on and nobody ever fucking knows what you're thinking, but there's like no emotions. No one ever knows that if you actually feel anything because you're ice cold. It's like you always have this plan. Why? And that's what brings on this. And that's why you're like that, I think, because of everything that you've been through. You just feel like you can't really feel anymore because I think you guys have been through a lot of shit, to be honest. But being cold isn't going to help heal anything or fix anything. So I don't know what to tell you. And neither is fucking around with a bunch of different people. It's like you guys are always at this crossroads, like, do I go this way? Do I go this way? Do I go this way? But it's like, in reality, there isn't one destination that's going to make you happy. There isn't one person that's going to make you happy if you're not happy with yourself. You guys are so fucking loyal, and I'm sorry, but sometimes it's to the wrong people. You're loyal to a point, but at the same time, it's like, do you remember that you are important too? That someone should be loving you in the same way, that you shouldn't be giving every part of yourself to someone who doesn't do the same for you. Because fuck them. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom of the deck was you tried to take a leap of faith into the same situation. Or maybe you don't want to. You're scared to try something new because in the past, someone took advantage of you. In the past, you made the wrong decision more than once, and you don't want to do that again. What brings you together is the Tower. So I don't know if there's going to be a natural disaster and then you're going to be with who you're supposed to be. Maybe what was supposed to go went, because that's what the universe has to do sometimes when y'all don't make a decision. It falls the fuck apart. And if it did, it did, because it wasn't supposed to be here anyway. What pulls you apart is this person always leaves or you always leave. There's a constant like insecurity here, whether it has to do with money or just a situation in general. But I feel like someone always leaves you. So then you leave other people and it's just a constant fucking cycle, which I hope this took out, to be honest. What needs your attention is that the universe, I think, has been calling some of you guys for a long time to your higher purpose, to catch the wave, to pay attention to what they're trying to tell you, because you have a better purpose for your life. And it's about time you make that decision. And this is why this is happening, because you've been called. Many are called and few are chosen. And I swear to God, Taurus, you guys have something in your life that they want to bring you into, but you're just not paying attention to it. You're worried about the wrong shit. And not everybody, I'm just saying. Some of you guys have a way greater purpose. Virgo, what brings you together, what pulls you apart, and what needs your attention? Some kind of ending, Virgo, but it's something that you need to release. Because some of you guys are trying to be perfect. You can't be perfect. You try to be perfect. You try to hold up a persona like you are, but you need to let that go because it's exhausting, isn't it? It's like this lady's just breathing out, like she's letting it go. That's something you need to do. All those thoughts, all that negative shit that you tell yourself when you're trying to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. Because it's like blocking you in a way. You spend so much time like, and maybe it's just about controlling the one thing in your life. When it comes to your job, you're like, I can do this, I can control this, but it's blocking you. It's blocking the way you're supposed to go. This is making you lose sight of where you're supposed to go. You don't know. What brings you together, what pulls you apart, and what needs your attention? This one wanted to come out, but we'll see. Something to do with temptation. You guys aren't talking to someone. You're not really telling somebody how you feel, or maybe this person, maybe you want them to tell you. That's what's bringing you apart, though. Okay, so bottom of the deck is a 7 of water in reverse. You're coming into clarity about something. Maybe you didn't know what the fuck you wanted. Maybe you do now because this is the reverse. But that's only going to come when you let go of some things. Having the clarity, kind of figuring out like, well, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? You know what person you want, I think. What brings you together is this the temptation card in this deck, but it's also the devil. This is walking away from things that probably was an abusive ass situation, whether it was with your parents or a relationship in general. That's what brings you together. So kind of a level of pain, but maybe in a way you guys balance it out with each other. What pulls you apart is the communication, how you guys talk to each other, which is probably really immature. And I'm not trying to be a bitch because I know how that goes. I just get mad and yell and throw things and swear. And I'm not very good at communicating when I'm mad either. But this is what's pulling you apart. Maybe when it comes to emotions, you guys just, one of you can't really talk about it, or you're just not very good at it. But maybe just saying that, because some people don't know. Like, you know, why is Emily being crazy and throwing shit in traffic, or, you know, screaming or looking like a banshee? You know, nobody really knows why I'm freaking out, but it's because I don't know how else to do it. And I feel like hitting people sometimes. I have an anger problem. Anyways, what needs your attention is the Hermit in reverse. So maybe someone is going to come back around and actually talk about some things, because the Hermit is like you. This is you trying to be like, with the door shut, you know, not talking to nobody. Like maybe you look out to people, you know, it's like you're sleeping. But when you come out of that, then this isolation isn't helping you, because it's like you feel like you just keep repeating the past mistakes, and like you just want to spend time by yourself and you feel like you lost your way. But in reality, that's not true. You just need to let go of that negative, those thoughts, because you do have clarity about what you want, but maybe you're not trusting your emotions because you are afraid that it's going to be the same thing that happened before. Maybe you guys both released the toxic shit that was in this relationship, because somebody definitely went through a transformation, and it could be an fire sign, excuse me. Somebody who holds your heart, or you hold theirs. Somebody doesn't want to fight anymore. I mean, this could be family issues. This just could be like stability, like, you know, something to do with family. There's some things that like we need to pay attention to, and take the blindfold off, especially the things that we overthink in our head. And it could be the family issues on one or both sides that had something to do with this. I don't know, to be honest, but I think that there is a new cycle here, but it's like, are you going to keep pushing people away? I don't think this person's going to push you away anymore. They're kind of coming out of that because it's like they've been enlightened, but they're going to put on a cold front, or you are. But it's like, you're the one that makes them happy, you know? You're the sunshine in their life. No matter what mask they wear, no matter what, this is just an appearance. So look at his mask. It don't even look right. But he's never going to really tell you, you know, his emotions are just like, meh. But in reality, this is the truth. But that's why you feel stuck. That's why you feel like you don't know which way to go. Because you're like, does this dude like me or what? Should I leave? Should I head for the hills? Or should I go back into Hermitville, where I've been probably for a while? You guys know what you want. And you can get it, and you usually get it. So that person, like, they're really attracted to you. I don't think they even really see anybody else. And I saw the Queen of Fire, so the Queen and King, that's soulmate or twin flame, whatever your situation is. Capricorn, what brings you together, what pulls you apart, and what needs your attention? Ooh, you got the Tower card too, but maybe it's an end to a third party, or nah. I didn't even shuffle very well. So maybe we're stuck in a situation with someone who's emotionally closed off. The King of Water, I mean, he actually looks pretty calm, though. He doesn't look like he's about to stab you with his little trident. You know, he looks like he's smiling, but they don't really reveal their feelings, you know, but they're solid. So I don't know. Some of you guys might have had a child with someone. The way you saw them, I don't know. I feel like you were under an illusion, Capricorn, about how you felt about somebody and what you thought they were. Was pretty much, the sex was good, so you thought it was love, but it ended up in divorce. Or just a situation where there was kids involved and it was just drama, like you had to leave a situation, or just something kind of fell apart because of what you thought it was and it really wasn't. Because people can pretend really well, especially when they're fucking with the devil. And wear these masks like this so you really don't know who the fuck they are. But they're cold on purpose. And it's not going to change. So the bottom is the Ace of Fire. So having this new passion, maybe having a hookup, but at the same time, maybe it's trying something new. With the fire sign is really pretty. Or just having the passion to start something, like having the desire, like, well, I want to try this. You know? Let me mess with the fire sign. What brings you together is the Ten of Earth in reverse. This is a family situation. This is something that didn't work out. Something that you thought would be solid. Try to make it solid. It's not solid. Fell apart. What pulls you apart? Someone is coming in between the person you're supposed to be with, and usually it's done with somebody who is really attractive and sends you some, you know, sex messages, you know, that freaky shit. I mean, I really don't know, but y'all are into it, so somebody's kind of, this is what's pulling you away from the person you're supposed to be with, because here they are coming in again to offer some love with the love doctor. Someone who pretends like they're sorry about all the shit that they did in the past, you know, plays it off like they're going to change. Maybe they're not checking out your social media anymore, but they want to say that they're like recovering. They want to, you know, figure this out. The way that they talk has changed, but in reality, there's always another person. Hasn't changed. They have another water sign and possibly an air sign. Multiple people on this, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, you're not happy. You don't even love this person. It's either you don't love them or they don't love you. And you have a love offer here, but every time this person tries to come in or you guys even try to attempt to have a relationship, here she comes with the drama and the bullshit. Because she can pull you back in, and then that flips your energy upside down. This throws you off because you keep falling for the same shit. Some of you guys are married to this person. Some of you guys still are married to this person. But it also has something to do with the way you were raised. Maybe you thought that you had to stay with this person no matter what they did to you because this was your family. Fuck them. You guys have known what you wanted to do for a long time. Just do it. You know what you want to do. Even if it's like something you wanted to do since you were a child, do it. You have a really good idea. Whatever it is. I don't know. Some kind of money situation, I'm assuming. But you got to get away from this person. King of Swords in reverse. They're not good. It's almost like you guys are being like stopped from what you're supposed to do. I did air. So we'll do water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What are the messages for Cancer? What brings them together? Whoa. Apparently there's a lot of things. Throwing cards at me. Brings you together, what pulls you apart, and what needs your attention. The bottom of the deck is the judgment call. Somebody wants to make a judgment call. Someone did make a judgment call. Someone is going to soon. So what brings you together? Someone, I think that Cancer, maybe you help this person. You're like this motherly figure, kind of. Somebody could be an entrepreneur. Somebody maybe wants a new start to try this because there is growth and expansion in this situation, or there was at one time, or something you thought that would be really great. But in reality, I think that this other person was really insecure and they needed you more than you needed them. What pulls you apart is the Three of Earth. Maybe this, you don't want to work with them anymore. You're like, teamwork, what? No. You know? Or maybe you guys just refuse to work together. Maybe it's like you guys are both like focused on, you know, I'm going to do this and you're going to do this, but it's separate. You guys aren't working together on this. I mean, I think that there's something that can be done when it comes to finances if you guys did come together. And I don't know what it is, but there is growth and expansion. You know what I mean? But are you going to work together or not? I mean, this could be another person too, but I don't really, who knows? You know what I mean? That's your call. What needs your attention is the communication, because someone really doesn't want to fight anymore, but someone's really not telling this other person. You're not telling them how you feel because you don't want to fucking fight anymore, which I don't blame you. But at the same time, you're the one holding in your emotions and you shouldn't have to do that. Fuck that. I'd be like, fuck you, you're cool, I'm out. Like that movie. You know what I'm talking about? Some stoner movie. No, we don't need to hold our emotions in anymore. We're done doing that, Cancer. Tell them to fuck off. Because you know, you've had clarity about this. You know, I think you've always chose this person. You have enough clarity, and I think it's time you crack the whip. You know what I'm saying? And you can do it without being hostile, because it's like, I don't know, there's something about the way that you guys can speak, like, calmly, but tell the truth at the same time. And you shouldn't have to hold in your emotions about that, especially when it comes to somebody you love. Fuck that. Because they're cold as ice, wearing a mask. They don't reveal their feelings. And here we are, water signs, like, that's all we are. Watery motherfuckers. And then we got to deal with these cold, like, oh, I don't even know if he likes me, you know? Like, that's cool. Sweet. Have a good day, you know? And, like, you're the one keeping yourself stuck in your head, Cancer, and you don't have to do that. But at the same time, isolating and thinking that you made a mistake and like feeling like you lost your way, but you're not really telling anybody. You just know you don't want to fight and you don't want any more drama with the situation, but it's time to bust back. Pisces. What brings you together, what pulls you apart, and what needs your attention? What brings you together is you guys both are pushing people away, kind of focusing on, well, I don't know though, because I feel like maybe there's something you notice. You're finally paying attention to something, but you're not really letting anybody in. It's like you know something, but you're not really like telling this other person or whatever that maybe you guys just finally figured out what you were to each other. You know, both of you had been through a lot of shit, but it could be a good situation at the same time. Because this is your soulmate and somebody that you love. But there might be some drama that you don't really want to have anymore. Because there could have been outside people involved in the past. But I think that you want that to change, or this is changing. Some of you guys, how you were raised is kind of what brings up some of the fights. Because I feel like we're raised to be a certain way. That's kind of what instills the way that we are, the way that we deal with things, the way that we watch our parents argue and clean the house or whatever the fuck. That's kind of how we are the rest of our lives. And you can't be set in that the rest of your life, especially when you're with someone who's nothing like you. But you know your soulmate, so you got to work it out, you know? It's like you do the dishes, you know? Y'all are fighting too much right now. Maybe you're fighting yourself. But whatever it is, it's just not making you happy like you're thinking about it. But I don't know if your thoughts are stable. Or maybe when you guys come together, things are stable. Jesus. All right. So what brings you together? Four of Air. What brings you together is what? I think that however you guys think or you communicate, like you guys are like, when you come together, you kind of level each other out when it comes to your thoughts or just a situation in general, because of the way you're completely different, but it works, you know? But this talks about kind of taking some time out by yourself. So are you talking to this other person? Because someone is like walking away from something. Maybe you guys need a break. Maybe that's what needs to happen to kind of like come back together the right way, because you need time to think by yourself and this person needs to walk away from some other shit. But at the same time, I don't know if it could be done together, even though you kind of like feel like you need them and they feel the same way. Right now, there's some shit that you guys both got to deal with to make this work. And sometimes things fall apart so they can come back better. What pulls you apart? Temptation in reverse. I think that maybe in the past it was like, there could have been toxic energy, but there's not anymore. And I wonder if you even know that. You know what I mean? Maybe what pulls you apart is there's some other things that happen on both sides of the fence that don't really have anything to do with each other, but it's because you guys haven't dealt with it. And then it's like bringing new shit in. There's some things that you guys are both walking away from, but it's like you just keep reverting back to the toxic shit. You know, like that's what you remember. That's what's not being released. What needs your attention? King of Swords with the Six of Water. Well, maybe the way you're communicating, maybe the fact that you know what you want to do and you know this person is your soulmate. Maybe that there was a level of illusion around the way this person was really felt or you felt, because you didn't really know some things maybe about this person because they had a mask, and I think there were some mental issues, or vice versa. I think you guys both had mental issues, but you didn't really know that about each other. So when you came together, it was almost codependent, but at the same time, I don't really see a difference in just two people who really didn't know some shit. Now they figured it out, and it's like something that's got to be worked out on your guys' end, because I can't really give you advice on that. You know what I mean? But it's some other shit going on. Hi, Hajar. Scorpio, what brings you together? What pulls you apart? And what needs your attention? What brings you together? It's the Four of Fire. A reunion? Are we going back to our ex-Scorpio, trying to renew a situation? With a soulmate? Someone that you're married to, want to be married to, someone that you think that you need to be with because that's the right thing to do, right? Could be a fire sign, could be a lot of love or passion involved, you know what I'm saying? Whoa. God bless America. What brings you together with this person is passion. Like there's always a level of desire for this person. But in reality, they don't really make you stable and they don't really make you happy. But the sex is good, so let's try this again. So what pulls apart is the Two of Earth. Whoever you're dealing with is juggling either with their own brain or another person. They don't know what they want. Shocker. Still like throwing shit around in a circle, juggling. They don't know what they want. I don't think they love you, to be honest. Whoever they just went back to, but that's what they feel like they need to do. They want to put time into the situation. I think, okay, this person loves you, but I don't think you love them. That's what I'm trying to say. The sex is good for you, but this other person like wants to put time into you, but you're like, let's just Netflix and chill. You know what I'm saying? The call. So maybe realizing, having some clarity, but you're not really paying attention. Like you haven't made a decision about this. I don't know if either one of you even talk about it when you're together. Y'all just whatever. They're saying to have patience when it comes to a child situation. I think that you guys might be coming back together for a child who doesn't want you guys to be apart, knowing that you guys really don't. This isn't something that one of you guys really wants, but you feel like you need to because there's a child involved. There's a level of codependency. There could have been some legal issues. There could have been a Libra. Sorry. But I feel like someone's really stuck in their head about the situation and they don't really know what to do. Someone did put a lot of time into this. Someone was kind of under this illusion that this is what they needed to do. This is where they were happy. This is what their wish was. They probably manifested this into their life more than one time because they thought this would make them happy. But in reality, it was just the same shit over and over again. And they're lying. Someone's lying about something. They haven't really even spoke their truth into the situation. Someone's leaving. And someone's not going to be opening up about their emotions. Someone, I think, is leaving a marriage or another water sign. Someone's leaving you, Scorpio. Sorry, shit. But I feel like someone's unable to move on. Someone is unable to move for right now or something of that nature because of card issues, don't really know where you're going to go, whatever the case may be. But then I see this Ace of Earth with the Page of Earth in reverse. I feel like whatever this is holding one of you guys back from, you know, making money and going after what you love, because this situation is just nothing but stress and other people involved and a lot of damage that was done between this karmic soulmate. And it kind of is fucking up the money situation for one of you guys. This is karmic. I think that you guys just want to, you don't want to fight. You want everyone to be happy, but sometimes that's not possible. Some people are, you can never make them happy, no matter how much time you put into it. And it could be, that goes for children, that goes for family, that goes for everybody. Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, you're not leaving something. You feel like you can't leave someone. Maybe an air sign. Or you're just not telling someone something. But you don't want to change the way you talk, the way you do things. You're kind of stuck in your ways. Seven of Fire in reverse. Someone wants to give up because there really weren't boundaries set the right way in this situation. Aries, you kind of feel like whatever you keep trying to do just keeps falling apart and you feel like you just want to give up. You don't want to fight for this anymore. But I think that you're going to be enlightened, or you know like what that means. You might be getting a message from this person that you've been waiting for. Sorry, my phone went flying. Yeah, you're going to be getting a message if you're waiting for one. Or maybe you need to send a message that you know you want to say. But I think that they kind of like take a little bit of time to rest and recover, get some sleep before you say something, because I know how y'all are when you get mad and you're assholes. And I'm an asshole, but y'all are assholes. You take the cake for being an asshole. Like, I thought my words hit. No, an Aries can fucking, that shit. Y'all are mean sometimes. That's okay. Maybe if I can figure out, I don't even know how to do the moderator thing, but you can be mine if you want. Welcome to the team. You know what I mean? I haven't even done your spread. I just got some cards. Okay, so brings you together, pulls you apart, and what needs your attention. The bottom of the deck is that there's something that needs to be forgiven. This is something that came from childhood, and I'm not trying to be like, so you guys need to forgive something. You need to forgive someone. They need to forgive you. You don't want, like, you want someone to forgive you, but like for whatever happened, or vice versa. Or maybe you need to forgive someone from your past that kind of let you down. But at the same time, it's like You need to move on from these emotions. Maybe you are moving on from these emotions. But right now you're really stuck in your head. And you feel like you missed an opportunity somewhere. And it's like something's giving you a lot of anxiety. Like you can't really make that call because it's not really up to you, but you just feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again. Like you're spending too much time by yourself, for one. You need to have some other people around you. There's somebody who you get pushing away. You shouldn't be. Someone cares a lot about you. Someone who can kind of be a light in a dark place. You know what I'm saying? But you're not talking to them. Shocker, Aries. So what brings you together is the Two of Earth. Maybe you and this person are kind of like, you weigh each other out, you know? So what you're good at, this other person isn't, you know, and what they're good at, you're not. So when you guys come together, you balance each other out. This is kind of what helps you in a way. You know what I mean? Maybe when it comes to finances, I don't really know. What pulls you apart is the fact that there probably was like, there's some depression here. There's old heartbreak. There's just old shit that nobody apologized for. And honestly, did you apologize or not? Say you're sorry for some things that you've done, maybe, if you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get any messages like, fuck you, I believe. But who cares, you know? Apologize to somebody. Or maybe you were waiting for an apology from someone else and you haven't got it. You're like, well, they got me fucked up. You know, why aren't they saying they're sorry? But at the same time, I don't think that it was one-sided. All I see is either communication, it's another air sign, it's something to do with something that you're thinking about, that you want to do. What needs your attention is the Nine of Air in reverse. You need some sleep. You need to recover. You need to rest your dome piece a little bit or not. You need to stop tormenting yourself in your head. Because once you get to a better place in your head, when you can rest, when you can get the sleep that your body needs and your brain needs, you're going to have clarity about what you need to do in your life. You have a call in your life as well. But you're not thinking clearly right now. And there's somebody in your life who helps you kind of level your emotions out or your thoughts out. And I think you need to talk to them instead of ignoring them. Maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a priest or Jesus, whoever, Mary, Joseph, whatever the fuck y'all believe in. Hello, Yolanda. Leo, what brings you together, what pulls you apart, and what needs your attention? What brings you together is maybe you are father figure, you're kind of emotionally grounded. So maybe you help this person because they're not, you know what I'm saying? But this person you're dealing with is really insecure. Maybe they're depressed. Maybe you're depressed. You feel like this should be making me happy, but I'm not even happy, you know? Because the way they're talking to you is like the scorned woman. They're about to chop your head off. There could be a water sign trying to come back into your life who says that they learned from the past. Just remember not to sign any contracts or make any decisions in relationships or in your life that are major until August 21st when the planets are retrograde, because this all right now is fucked up because we have 7 planets in retrograde. Don't quote me because I'm not one of those people, but I'm just saying don't make any rash decisions. Try to hold off on the bad decisions until the end of August. That's what I told myself. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to not make any bad decisions, but I'm going to try to hold off till the end of August. We got this. We're golden, you know? All right, Leo. What brings you together? Maybe you're married. Maybe you think alike. Maybe you work with this person. Pick your poison. You know what I mean? I think you guys are married. My phone sucks. Anyways, what pulls you apart is this just feels like you guys have beat the hell out of this horse one too many times. You see the horse is upside down, but it's like it's not working right now. There really weren't the right boundaries set in this situation. I think you guys have been together a long time. You know, things kind of happen really fast. And it just feels like you feel like giving up. You feel like you don't want to fight for this anymore. You're tired of fighting with this person about the same shit. You care a lot about them. There's a lot of passion here. You're really attracted to them. There could be an outside fire sign that's irrelevant. But at the same time, what's the focus here? I don't really understand. You know what I mean? Like, you're keeping yourself stuck in this. That's what needs your attention, is you're not letting the shit that needs to go so it can come back better, whether it's this person or the situation, because you guys know what you want, I think, right? You have a child with them, so you want to keep the family together. And I swear to God, you know how many phones I've had with USB port gets? I'm about to throw my phone in traffic. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. You love this person, I think, but you feel like you want to move away from them, or maybe they're moving away from you because you lost your strength. Like, maybe you're finding your strength because you realize that this situation that you're in right now isn't good and it's not stable. Maybe I feel like you're really attracted. Like, I don't know. Let me look at this again. Something kind of is shifting with this situation, because it's like, if you can get past the bullshit that you're in right now, it could be stable. You guys could move forward. I think that maybe you're going through a transformation because the Emperor is here, you know? Like, the Strength card, this is your card. Knowing that you're strong enough to move forward, like, you got this, probably like a really good job opportunity. I see, like, it could be in the legal system, some kind of authoritative something. This is going to be good for somebody. And it's going to kind of like, that's kind of going to move you into this stability, I think. But the way you guys are communicating with each other and fighting with each other, especially if you're married, that's not going to help either one of you. Someone might be getting a promotion. Maybe that's what irritates you. Someone's getting a lot of attention and you're not. I feel like this situation can be renewed, but at the same time, it's like there could be some legal issues. There were some legal issues. There could be some legal issues. There were some legal issues. Maybe don't worry about if there are legal issues. It's going to be okay. But some of you guys do need to talk about your feelings. Get them out. Maybe just say how you feel. I think some of you guys have literally changed a lot. You're not the same person you were before. Some of you guys walked away from abusive situations. Some of you guys are stronger. You're better now. You're coming back in the fucking Emperor. You know what I mean? Like, the Strength card. You guys are in your full power. You guys, some of you guys have literally transformed a lot. But you don't see it, I don't think. Because whatever plans you have for yourself aren't going anywhere. They're staying stuck. But maybe that's not the plan that the universe has for you. And that's what's pissing you off. All right. I hope everyone has a day. my phone is gonna die, and then this is gonna die. So I'm glad, Tiffany. I hope everyone has a good weekend, and I will see you guys next time.